Set for a good AFC matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway from Heinz Field. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And they'll put Bryant in motion left. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Second down, Roethlisberger. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Martavis Bryant, 78 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Holding, receiving team.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. In the backfield is Anderson. He's going to get the football. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. To give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They run again on first down. Anderson. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
Now let's go. Green. No. Check. Patriot.
On second down, here's Simeon. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, the bad news, the Denver Broncos didn't make the playoffs, but the good news for Demaryius Thomas, he was over 1,000 yards again as a receiver.
6th straight year he's done that, but yards per catch and touchdowns down a little bit. Any of that due to the change at quarterback?
Think about it. For him now, in the last 2 seasons, he's had to get used to 4 different quarterbacks throwing him the football. I think that yards per catch will go back up when he gets some consistency.
He lost 6 there on the first first down play. And Charles, I know Ryan Shazier, who made that tackle, a youngster you like a lot.
I love him, and I liked him a bunch coming out of Ohio State because the more this game leans towards speed and less on bulk, that's where Ryan Shazier excels because of his ability to run down plays.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense and usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Big sack on second down. Now the offense needs to convert here on third. Third and long. It's Simeon. And he dropped it. Now he was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Now the Broncos heading back out onto the field. And it's the first quarter, but they gave up the score last time. How important is it here not to fall 2 scores behind?
Extremely important because not only are you trying to avoid being in a big deficit to start this game off, you also want to get into a pattern where that offense has the advantage. You've got to find a way to turn things around. This is the series to begin that.
Yeah, we'll see if they can keep them off the scoreboard here for a second time. Play fake here on first down. Going up top. The battle for it, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays. And now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which was punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, it's time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. They come up in an offset eye. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. It's Ross Cockrell that time that made the tackle.
Today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
In the backfield is Anderson. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He lost 2 there. And it's third down.
Well, now, Joe, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Here we go. Detroit!
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Back to throw, Simeon. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. A gain of 13 and also a first down.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Simeon on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cameron Hayward able to drop him for a loss of 4. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Let's go. 3-19. Go, Leopard.
Here's Simeon now on second down. Norwood's got it. Complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough third and long coming up. They'll come out in the pistol. Throwing on third down, Simeon. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4.
That was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get into field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3?
Well, if the goal was to get into field goal territory, even though it'll be a long attempt, I think they accomplished that.
And sometimes you have plays for that. It's not always a first down when you want 3, get a little bit closer, make it an easier shot.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to concede to the defense, and they know what you're trying to get done, and to try and get any more than that is almost folly. Take what you can get, maybe have an opportunity to put 3 points on the board.
A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. James has got it. Complete. They give him 14 yards that time, and Flash shut it down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give him a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Lining up 1st and 10.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Set! Black 20! Go! Watch 2. Hey!
And the play clock's running down. Roethlisberger will throw. Flushed out right. Brought in by Coates. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately be taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
Eight yards still remaining here on third down. They come up at an offset eye. Play clock winding down. Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense. Still third down.
And with that penalty, the offense in a tough spot here, 3rd and 13. Now Ben on 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Pulled in at the 24. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Play fake to Anderson. Now Simeon. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
As a general rule, receivers love the comeback route because it puts them right in the sight lines of the guy throwing the ball. But in this case, the defenders saw it and were able to knock it away.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd, Simeon. The catch is made. Benny Fowler. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet. Get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. Get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now for the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So 2nd and 10 here. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. A reminder coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. DeMarcus Ware. Able to get him for a loss of about 3. He did. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this offensive unit, they have to face a 3rd down and 12 now. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
A bullet throw, but incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. Now 4th down.
He's thrown 1 interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Try to shake things up a little bit and try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. On 2nd down, here's Simeon. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So they're operating in the red zone. In the backfield is Anderson. Simeon wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Their big tight end, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Big Ben, not the most agile quarterback in NFL history, but he can use those legs when he needs to.
He really can, and I think it starts with him taking contact and shedding people trying to get him on the ground. That's when he becomes the most elusive.
Yeah, something he honed back at the University of Miami in Ohio.
Yeah, and they didn't get him down in the MAC. It's hard to get him down in the NFL. It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
On second down, Roethlisberger is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. They'll get the football here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Five yards left for the offense. It's second down.
Set, middle, under 10, 10.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And Green with the catch right side. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Still in search of the first down after that last completion.
And the Broncos go to a nickel set on 3rd down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play. Now hang on here, timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt.
Encroachment, defense. Still third down.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So they boot it through, and now we're all square after 2 quarters of play.
And what's that great term you taught me? They're level, right? They got back to level. Now they're going to go back in the locker room, regroup, and start over in the second half.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
Thanks, guys. We'll get back to you soon for the second half of this tied ball game. But first, let's look back now at this first half of play. As we look at the numbers, the only thing that really matters is that we've got a tie game. We'll have another half here to figure out who can come out on top. All right, let's roll those moving pictures. Now 3rd and 8. Touchdown. Broncos go up by 3. That'll do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Thomas, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. All right, different topic here. 2018, the Super Bowl, traveling north, far north to Minneapolis. Early predictions for that one. Who you got?
Well, you know, everyone's still waiting in the NFL for a home team to play in its home stadium, right? So could the Vikings be that team? I'll start in the NFC, and I'm going to say no. I think Seattle. Starting to get near that maybe last run with their defense. Earl Thomas returns. I like Seattle coming out of the NFC. How about you?
Well, I'm actually going to take a Dallas Cowboys NFC title run. I think that they came so close this year, probably most talented going into next year.
I like that one. Well, in the AFC, I'm going to go with a team that if they improve their defense and their quarterback stays healthy, they could be that team, the Oakland Raiders.
Okay, I'm going dark horse. Cleveland Browns. Let's go.
Hey, from worst to first.
Simeon now on second down. And he's got it complete to Fowler. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on third down and 9. To throw is Simeon. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Second down now after the pass completion.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Now let's go. Boom, land it.
Throwing again is Simeon. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end Green. A gain of 4 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
So here we go, a 3rd down after the second down pass completion. They come out here in the eye. They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On first down, Simeon. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. To throw on second is Simeon. Eluding the pressure right. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe. A nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They'll run for it with Anderson. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it.
Now Simeon on 3rd and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have broken the tie. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. the lone receiver left. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end, Green. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And caught, right side, Green. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the 5 international games that will be played, 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams, and Arizona. Those in London, and then Mexico's going to get a great game. The Raiders and New England.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just think about the ones in London. Remember, they're splitting them between the 2 different stadiums in London, so they get a different flavor in all of these places. But Mexico, for the 2nd straight year, the Raiders are coming to town. That should be a whole lot of fun.
Should be a ton of fun and a very good matchup. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He gets it to Graham, complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Fresh set of downs here.
Jack 16, check 4, check 4.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop. And they're going to speed things up here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Roethlisberger to throw on, looking for Green, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Simeon being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And it'll give the Broncos a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on the big offensive line.
Now Simeon escaping the pressure right. And his throw here is incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Third down, still 14 yards left. Simeon. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. A pretty good mark there. They needed 14. They got 14 on third down.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
The previous play is under review. After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
In the backfield is Anderson. Here's Simeon now on second down. Finding time. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Stephon Tuitt able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. And for the defense, their third sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
Simeon on third down. And that is incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's now 4th and 3.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. Here comes the defensive unit for the Broncos. They trot back out there.
And now Big Mo's wearing a shirt of their color. They're hoping to continue that momentum in their direction, but maybe another pick.
Who's Big Mo? He's momentum, right?
Momentum. And right now, he's hugging them.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And quickly, they get to the line. Now Roethlisberger back into his end zone. Man open left side is Brown. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Got him in. It's Brown. Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And into the end zone. Touchdown, safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, Parker.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now you're going to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Even score late in the fourth. Let's see if the defense can play within themselves, not give up the big play and contain, and keep this knotted up. 10th carry now for Anderson. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game. Here's Simeon. On the right side, caught by Green. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
They were full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Simeon, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree in there to get him his second sack now in the afternoon. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Second down, Anderson. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Simeon. There's that man again, Demaryius Thomas. And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
Well, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. Broncos going on fourth. It's Simeon. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on fourth.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there, making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's fourth down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Simeon. And he'll go right back to Thomas, complete again. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They give it to Anderson. Stays on his feet. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green, 30.
They run it again with Anderson, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And now with the play clock becoming an issue here, Gary Kubiak is going to signal for a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And it'll be all smiles on Blake Street tonight. The Broncos have won it. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field.